so there's a psychological aspect. I mean, most people in World War II shot high on purpose. Like, they don't want to kill anybody. You know, it's a psychological thing. Like, that's a good thing to have, you know, as a human. Like, you don't want to kill another human being, especially when you don't know, you know, and that both sides of, you know, every area, that's just how people were, and that's how they are naturally. But you fast forward to like Vietnam, well, they had a completely different psychological parameter of how they train people. So now people are completely messed up. Look at the Vietnam vets. You know, they train them to have like literal bloodlust. So, but that's not as effective either, because now they're just screwed up psychologically so far. So they've done a better job of coming back from that, but it's still, you know, there's a cultural thing as well where we're completely desensitized to stuff in general before you even go into the military. You know, video games, like violent cartoons, even, like everything that we see, it's just so much violence. We're numb to it. You know, we see the internet culture, we see crazy stuff on the internet on a daily basis, basically. I mean, so by the time you even get to the military, you know, like I said, they've done a better job of trying to implement more humane procedures to get us to be able to do our jobs, but it's still just, it's like, now you're back home, you gotta just be normal now. Like, yeah, right. For like my personal journey, it's multifaceted. You know, very first thing I started with a physical yoga practice and some breathing exercises. And then I picked up the Wim Hof method. And I think that was where some of the biggest benefits lie, is getting in ice water, learning how to breathe and taking in all this extra oxygen, hyperoxygenation, learning how to decompress and rebalance the chemicals in your bloodstream even. Probably closer to like 35. That's pretty warm.
Solid.
I should have turned it up more. Couple of minutes. Head under might change up the game a little bit.
Yeah.
I won't get too crazy. But yeah, I mean this is, you know, like you get a little cocoon going, so you got to kind of move around, so it doesn't stay. That's one of the bad things here. I mean, it's nice because you get cold water year round, and you can make it super, super cold. And you can stay in it super long time, and it's pretty safe. But you got to kind of like, you know, move around a little bit. It's not quite the same. You go out in the lake, and it's like nature, and, you know, everything's really beautiful. But, you know,
Is this an everyday thing for you?
I mean, it has been. I haven't done it every day for a while, but I did every single day for a year. And this is before I had these, so I had to buy ice and have it ready all the time. That's why I actually discovered this, is because I was like going broke, fucking buying ice. And I did 4 o'clock in the morning, 0400 every single fucking day for 365 days. 4 o'clock, not 4 p.m., 04. So, because I wanted to test my willpower. And I remember very specifically getting to the 180-day mark and saying, you fucking done 6 months, bro. Like, you don't need to do this morning, because it was winter at that time, and it was snowing, and I was walking down there, and I was so fucking cold, and I was so miserable, and I was bitching to myself out loud and fucking talking to myself like, come on, man, what are you why are you trying? You don't need to prove anything. And I just remember like cussing myself out, smacking myself, and like, you know, and I like literally had to like yell at myself to get in. And I got in, and after that, I was like, okay, just do it. Just fucking do it every day. So it's just so fuck. That's the worst thing I've ever done. This is the worst, stupidest idea. Every fucking day, dude.